welcome to the Biological Life Sciences channel. Today in this video we are going to see properties of genetic code and I'll explain you all the properties. There are 9 properties. The genetic code is triplet, the genetic code is degenerate, non-overlapping, comma-less, non-ambiguous, universal, polarity, start codon and stop codon. So we are going to see each and every property of the genetic code in details. Okay, so let's begin with the first one. The genetic code is triplet, means what? The genetic code, that is the mRNA, that may be A, U, G, C. This codon, suppose the sequence of mRNA is A, U, G, U, 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 then G, U, G. Like this, the mRNA sequence can be like this. Okay, so suppose this is the sequence of mRNA, so always there will be the reading in a triplet fashion. I already discussed this in the last video where we saw that the genetic code is triplet in nature, means 3 nucleotide bases, that is adenine, uracil, guanine or cytosine, codes for a single amino acid. Okay, so therefore it is called triplet. Okay, so you can see here it is always read in a triplet fashion where for example, I am taking the example here, the AUG codon, it will code for the amino acid methionine. Okay, then the UUU codon, that is 3 uracil triplet, will code for the amino acid called as phenylalanine. And GUG codon, this will code for the amino acid valine. So we should always know that the genetic code is always triplet in nature, means what? Genetic code will be always read in triplet manner and 3 nucleotide is going to specify a particular amino acid. So this is the property, that is genetic code is triplet. Okay. Now let us see the next property, that is genetic code is degenerate. So what does this genetic code is degenerate means? Degenerate means that one amino acid can be coded by many codons. Means, for example, let's take an example here. There are only 2 amino acids, that is tryptophan and methionine, that is coded by only one codon. Means only tryptophan and methionine are the amino acid that is only coded by only single codon. Means there is a separate codon for tryptophan, there is a separate codon for methionine. Otherwise, all other amino acids are coded by many codons. For example, a single amino acid can be coded by different codons. There are maximum 6 codons that can code for one amino acid. Okay, so therefore it is called degenerate. Means what? A single amino acid has different codons. Okay, we will take an example here. There are 2 types of degeneracy. Let me tell you first the types of degeneracy. There are 2 types. First is the partial degeneracy. Partial degeneracy means what? You know that the codon is triplet. Okay, so what will happen in partial degeneracy? The first 2 letters of the codon will be same. So first 2 letters, for example, let's take CUC and CUU. Okay, so let us take the example of these 2 codons. The CUC codon and CUU codon. The CU in the first case and CU in the second case are same. And the last codon is changing here. You can see in the first triplet it is C and in the second triplet it is U. Though both of them codes for the same amino acid leucine. Okay, so this is called partial degeneracy where the last or the third codon is different and it codes for same amino acid. Okay, means the first 2 sequence, that is first 2 codons or first 2 nucleotide of the codon is same. The last 2 codons is either C or U. Means out of 4 there are 2. Okay, either C or U, but it still codes for same amino acid, that is leucine. Means this codon and this codon is going to code for leucine amino acid. This is called partial. The second type of degeneracy is called as complete degeneracy. Now let's see what is it. In the partial degeneracy, we saw that the third codon can be either two of the four bases. Okay, here the third codon can be all four bases. Let me explain you by taking an example. For example, UCU, then UCC, then UCA, then UCG. Okay, you can see here in this example, the first two bases in all the four codons are same, and the third base is only changing, and the third base can be any of the four bases. Okay, but still all the four codons that are formed here will code for a same amino acid, that is serine. Okay, so this is the example of complete degeneracy. There are other codons also which shows complete degeneracy. Means what? There are 4 to 6 codons coding for same amino acid. Okay, so this is called as complete degeneracy. Okay, now let us see the next property, that is genetic code is non-overlapping. Non-overlapping means, let's see non-overlapping. Let us see the starting example only. Okay, so now suppose this is the mRNA starting with the AUG here. So you can see always it will be read like this. It will be read like this. Okay, the genetic code cannot be labeled like this. Okay, first of all these three codons will be there. This will be first. Then it cannot be read like this. Means what? The first three codons will be AUG. Then second codon cannot be UGU. The second codon cannot be like this. Okay, UGU. And third codon cannot be like this, GUU. Okay, it cannot be like this. So you can see here that codon is overlapping here. So this cannot happen here. So codon is always separate and the three codons are separate. It will be like this. It will be the second codon here. This will be the third codon. It will not overlap one upon another. Okay. So this is the thing which shows you that the codon is non-overlapping. There is certain exception to this. In the bacteriophage 5174, there are overlapping genes seen. That is the only exception here. Otherwise, the genetic code is non-overlapping. Okay. Now let us see the next property, that is genetic code is comma-less. Okay. So whenever you write a mRNA sequence, it has to be written always in like this. Okay. It should be continuous one. It is. So there will be always, it will be continuous one. Okay. There will be no punctuation. Means what? There will be no comma, no full stop, anything like that. Okay, it should be always read or written in a continuous manner like this. Okay, so it is always comma-less, no punctuation is there in the mRNA sequence, that is all the codon sequence when written in a 5' to 3' direction. Okay, so there will be no punctuation. So this is the fourth property. Next property is genetic code is non-ambiguous. Okay. Non-ambiguous means we have seen in degeneracy or degenerate property that one amino acid can be coded by maximum 6 codons. Okay, maximum 6 codons. This is called degeneracy. Okay, but the other way around is not so. This is called ambiguity. Means what? One codon cannot code for 2 amino acids. Okay, this is not possible. Okay, this is called non-ambiguity. Means what? A single codon, for example, let's take an example, AUG. This in any case will code for methionine only. It will always code for methionine only, or GUG. Okay, this will always code for valine only. Okay, other than valine, it cannot code any other amino acid. Okay, so this is called non-ambiguity. Therefore, all the genetic code is non-ambiguous. Means what? A single code will code for a single amino acid and it will not change. Okay, so therefore it's called non-ambiguous. Okay, now let's see the next property, that is genetic code is universal. So you know that the genetic concept is same for everyone. Okay, it's universal. Means what? Whatever the codon present in human being will be same for the mice also, will be same for all trees, viruses, etc. Okay, so all the codons, for example, just I told you few examples here. So all the codons will be same for everyone. Means what? The single protein that is synthesized in a particular organism, the sequence of the protein coded by the genome will be same, and all the amino acids coded will be same. Though there are few exceptions in this property here, I will quote the exceptions first. So in Paramecium and other ciliates, the UAA and other codon, that is UGA, these are acting as a stop codon normally, but this UAA and UGA, so normally what happens, this UAA and UGA, this acts as a stop codon. So these are normally stop codons, okay, in human beings. But what happens in Paramecium and other ciliated organisms, this codes for glutamine. So this is the first exception. Though it's universal, though the same code will be same for every organism, but there are few exceptions. This is the another exception where in the mitochondrial genes present in human DNA, the AGG codon and AGA codon, normally it codes for arginine, but here in mitochondrial DNA it functions as stop codon. Okay, the next example is, or the next exception is UGA codon. This is a termination codon normally, but it codes for tryptophan amino acid instead of termination in mitochondria in humans. Okay, again in humans only, AUA, this normally codes for isoleucine, but in mitochondria this codon codes for methionine amino acid. So these are the exceptions, otherwise remaining all codons are universal. So now let's see the next property of genetic code, that is polarity. We'll again take the same example, AUG UUU CCC, okay, GUG, sorry. So this is the mRNA, starting of mRNA. So normally this is read in always 5' to 3' direction, okay. So in 5' to 3' direction, normally this will give you methionine, then phenylalanine, and then valine. Okay, so this is the correct direction. But if you read this codons, or if you read this mRNA in this direction, that is 3' to 5' direction, it will not be same. It will not code for the same amino acid. It will code for another amino acid sequences. Okay, so therefore it should always be read in 5' to 3' direction, and then only it will give rise to correct protein sequence. Therefore it has polarity. Okay, so it has to be read in proper correct sequence only, then only it is going to give you a proper functional polypeptide sequence of amino acid. Okay, otherwise the sequence will be different. Okay, amino acid sequence will be different, and the regular protein which you want will not be formed. Okay, so now let's see the next property, that is start codon. Genetic code acts as a start codon. Okay, so normally the codon, that is AUG, this acts as a start codon which codes for methionine amino acid. Okay, in case of bacteria, this same AUG codes for N-formyl methionine. Okay, there is a slight modification here. It codes for N-formyl methionine. Normally in eukaryotic cell it is methionine only. Okay, but in certain cases where this AUG codon is lost, in that case GUG codon acts as a initiation codon and it codes for valine. Okay, so the genetic code also acts as a start codon. So normally start codon is AUG methionine, but if it is lost, then GUG takes over as initiation codon and GUG codes for valine. The two difference of the AUG in prokaryotes and eukaryotes is only the difference in N-formyl group, which is added to the methionine amino acid. Okay, now let's see the last property of the genetic code, that is stop codon. Ninth property, stop codon. Okay, stop codons are also called as nonsense codons. Okay, nonsense codons, they are called as nonsense codons because they do not code for anything. They act as a termination signal for translation. So there are normally 3 stop codons. Okay, first is UGA, then UAA, then UAG. Okay, so UGA is opal, and then UAA is ochre, and UAG is amber. Okay, so these 3 are the stop codons. These are also called as nonsense codons because they don't code for anything. So whenever in translation these 3 codons are encountered, at that position there will be termination of translation. So the 3 codons there are total 64 codons. Out of the 64, 61 codes for amino acid and 3 are stop codons. These 3 are stop codons. Okay. So these were all the properties of genetic code. I hope you have understood all the properties. If there is any question, do comment. Thank you for watching.